Voices.
Boy. We are back. Let me just run off these voice notes here first, and then we're going to jump back. All right. So, if you fell off the YouTube and Facebook just now, it was a glitch, so you can join us back right there on Facebook and YouTube as well, all right?
Good afternoon, PDP. Every good afternoon, wherever you are. You know, I like PDP, and they have a feeling that they're going to win this election that's coming up. It's just so they see going into big way, you know. You understand? I like how they're getting on. All of the world itself, because the people who waiting on all the patiently, and it's like 4%, yeah. You see that? That's all the people are now upset about. So they relax yourself now, boy. Relax. People who waiting patiently to get rid of this government, TC and heavy. And I son and arm and I just be on the ground. I just work the ground. So I know everybody disgruntled with this government and see nobody talking good nothing and here nobody putting up more video and praising this government about nothing. Everybody disgruntled and just waiting patiently to get rid of them. So a lot of beat up now, man, all the relax all yourself. Just a couple months again, I know. So a lot of what all ahead. We'll show you something, man.
Pleasant evening, TC and Heavy. This is Juice. Well, first thing, welcome back, right? You know this song go solid like a rock. That is all you, right? And God bless and keep all you, right? That is my opening salvo. Well, with regard to Dr. Rowley, remember when he tell public servants, carefully you get an increase in salary and then you're out of a job? Well, sometimes they just say life and death in the power of the tongue, and you gotta be careful in things that you're saying, you understand? Because the saying goes, when you're digging a hole for people, make sure and dig one for yourself. Anyhow, take care.
And thank you so much. Heavy, let somebody make a video for you, boy. Somebody make a nice little video for you there, Heavy. Let me see what this video is. Come on, Heavy.
Obia is something go release in your mind.
I have to share this with the world. Heavy, no, I have to share it.
How to do that?
Heavy, I have to share it. We live up on Amran, right? All right, put up the WhatsApp for me, yeah?
This is say good evening first, huh?
No. Let me introduce this first. If you're on the live, enjoy this a bit.
Obia is something go release in your mind.
Heavy, don't pray for the man say he went on his knees and pray for this program to come up with it. Every man pray hard.
You man pray?
Yeah. And he believed.
Hmm?
You know what he believed?
We believe.
That he called on radio and confessed that God answered his prayers.
God?
Heavy.
That man said God answered his
Yes.
What we are hearing here, boy?
Heavy man called
then he probably praying to the wrong
a different frequency this morning. And God answered his prayers. Wow. Heavy, good afternoon, anyhow.
Good afternoon to you, TC. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. And good afternoon to the wider world. As I said yesterday, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if people are praying for us not to be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to check yourself. Because when I pray for my children.
Right.
I pray for protection, for health and strength, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I pray and thank God for living to see a better day.
Yeah.
I will pray for prosperity and wealth for me, my family, and I also pray for Trinidad and Tobago. I pray for they not to have no murders when the day come. For the blind to see and the deaf to hear, for the poor and the hungry and the meek and the suffering shall be glorious and get something to eat. I pray for the disabled. I don't pray for people to come off a radio station and show to stop. I don't pray against people to scarcely the way and follow. What kind of prayers? God has answered them kind of prayers?
Yep. Unfortunately, it looks so.
Huh?
Unfortunately, it looks so.
Well, there is an answer. Look, we here.
It's an answer?
No, look, we here.
Oh, man.
So who you pray to?
Oh, man.
My brother, God said to you, why don't you chop in mouth?
You praying for dotation?
You pray for dotation.
Yeah.
Before you pray, you understand? For health and strength, you pray for people that for radio show that stop.
Yeah.
That your prayers, you're wasting your prayers.
God time.
As he said the prayer, but it's just so. No, don't involve you.
Oh, gosh. I just want to say,
Oh, God.
thanks. We didn't even know we was loved so much.
Yeah.
For the overwhelming support, you know, to those who understand the fight. Thanks to those who understand the fight as well. All right. The lady who wind down her glass just now as I was running, coming through the rain on Marval Road, and she said, TC, great program. I listen every day. I say good afternoon to you as well. I didn't want to say good afternoon to early to you because I don't know if you was listening that early, but I hope you're listening now.
Right.
All right. Thanks very much for the love and support from every crevice and corner. All right.
What that man don't know, right?
Yeah.
As much as he praying for we not to be here,
It's how people praying for we to 10,000 people.
it's how more than that. It's how people say, Father Lord, let them fellas come out there and this.
I had some
You
of
know?
the most unexpected calls today.
I too.
You know?
Yeah.
I want to say
start
love and
calling.
respect going on to Jamoon as well. Check out Jamoon new song. Very, very nice song for Carnival 2025.
All right, I will check
You
it
know,
out.
Jamoon has been billing himself as an artist, and
Yeah.
I think he has a very, very nice, very sweet song for Carnival coming.
Right.
You know, so check out Jamoon new song for 2025. Jamoon, love and respect. I listened to your song on your status this afternoon. It was really, it is a nice song.
Jam won't send me the song.
You understand?
I think you have my email.
A really good song. You understand?
DJheavyduty@gmail.com. Oh gosh, should I send my email?
Why?
Next time I start to get emails.
Oh, Lord, Chevy.
Next time I start to send email with prayers.
Oh, Lord.
Now, let me get out to the people's
Let me
business.
get into the people's business.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Well, I want to find out. If you or anybody going for a job, right? And the job require a specific skill set, right? And you have to interview people for the job. Besides their, what you call, their academics or their expertise, they may have a degree, right? What is the most important thing after that? Besides your credentials.
Besides the credentials, punctuality, presentation, you know, because when you go for a job, first impression would last.
Right. But what's the most important thing that you think in this job that requires skill set?
Would be the skill set that is required.
Correct?
Yeah,
And if the person just have academics in that skill set.
no, well, if they don't have the actual skill set that the job requires, then they don't have the most important asset for the job.
And the most important asset should be experience.
Yeah, or experience, yeah.
Right? Because you could go and train how to build a house, you do it on paper, you know all the specs, you read all the maths, everything.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the actual building of the house,
You never built a house.
you never built a house in your life.
Yeah,
Right? You have to have experience.
yeah.
Will you take a brand new, young, bright person off the street, very educated, and put them to run the country?
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that?
No. I wouldn't do that. Not to say that they don't have the skill set to do it, or
Correct.
yeah.
They may have all the skill set, they may have all the right
Maybe
attitude and the right frame of mind, everything.
Maybe if they were in governance already, but never ran the country, but they were.
They come up the ladder. There was an MP, there was a minister, they come up the ladder, they climb up the ladder.
Yeah,
Then,
but then I can't just take somebody just so who never sat in parliament, never did.
do you think Kareem Massa could just be the prime minister?
No, I don't think so.
What about Makila Pandey?
No, I don't think so. Not just like that. Even though her father has all the experience in the world.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
And I want to
I'm being
100%
I'm
agree
being
with you.
honest. I don't think that, and it has nothing to do with nothing.
It has nothing to do with nothing else.
No.
It's just the know-how.
Yeah, they know how.
You understand?
You can't do on-the-job training for something.
For something like that.
Yeah, you can't do on-the-job training.
Exactly.
To be the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
You can't troubleshoot it as you go along.
No.
You're learning as you go along. It can't happen like
What is sad is that people form opinions that are not factual. Right? They like somebody. And this is the problem with we Trinidadians. We like tobacco we like. You understand? So we like Kess. We want to back Kess when the Soca Monarch, and we want to back Kess when the Road March. We like his song. We don't like this one, we do not back in them. We like Marshall, we back in Marshall. We don't like Iowa, we back in Iowa. And so vice versa. You want to back who you like. Right? But this is not a competition. Election is not a popularity contest. It's not a competition. It's not a football match. It's not a fet match. It's not a like Lara, I don't like Sobers, or I like Chandapon, I don't like this one. It's not about that.
No.
It's about who could steer the ship through the storm and make it out on the other side. Who could know when a wave coming, where to put the ship, starboard or bow, so that we can go capsize and the ship wouldn't sink. You wouldn't put a rookie at the helm of the ship. So when people talking about Kamala, too old, and she should give a young person a chance, that's your opinion.
How old is Dr. Rowley?
Not too far, about 2-3 years behind.
He's too young then.
No,
He's too young.
no, but they want to focus on Kamala, right? And whatever, she took come out her car and all them shoppiness, right? But what I want to tell them, this time and hour, December 2024, it's too late to be having them conversations. Election is at the doorstep. And it's time we need to make up our mind or leave this country.
Why is the focus always on
Always.
opposition leader?
Always.
The focus was on the opposition leader when they didn't keep internal election.
Yep.
Right? The focus is on the opposition leader. What is she doing to show the country
Yeah.
that she's viable of another 5 years? Right? I find all of this heavy. It's total crap. Yeah.
Crap.
The PNM has their internal election. They didn't do it. Nobody said.
Nobody say nothing.
Right? Nobody said nothing. They not focused on every day coming out and saying or trying to pressure their own party to keep their own internal election. But they sat on Kamala's back for months.
Yeah.
Speaking about, oh, she afraid to keep her internal election because she afraid to lose. And when she did keep it,
she win.
She win. Right?
Talk done.
Talk done. So they couldn't talk no more about that. And then this foolishness, what people always trying to build about, oh, what Kamala showing that she could walk away with the next election and what she doing. What is the government doing to secure their spot for the next 5 years?
Nothing.
And how nobody not seeing that?
Not one thing. Let me tell you something, and I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago this. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, right, is the last great politician that we have in this Trinidad and Tobago. It is now or never. It doesn't have nothing to do with all this old talk and stupid talk. I don't want to hear nobody's opinions. I'm going to tell you the facts. Under her tenure, the country prospered. And I'm not going and list out nothing because I can play a video here where we list out every accomplishment that she did under her tenure. Right?
Yes.
Also, on top of that, she is she's a veteran in politics. Right? Not only being a political leader, not only being an opposition leader, not only being a prime minister, not only doing all the layman's human service that she did, right? She's also the person, I believe, that could take we out of this mess that the PNM government put us in. Now is not the time to look for whoever they want to look for, who young person and vibrant and who want to walk out and meet the people. Now is not the time for that. We need intellectuals. We need people with strength. We need people who can go inside of that parliament come 2025 after the election and beyond and find money to pay back bills in the upwards of billions of dollars that the PNM has squandered, and to find back that money that we're missing, that $3.7 billion from the Auditor General report. And all this wastage and squander made in Tobago Airport and all this bacchanal going on with this PNM government. For people to be still talking this stupidness about Kamala in this last hour, or they need help. Or they need help. Let's face it. A man said it yesterday. As much as you don't like the UNC and Kamala, he realized that the only option to get the PNM out and the only strong enough party to do so is the UNC and Kamala. No other alternative. All these parties were popping up all over the place right now that saying, all right, I want to be leader, I want to be leader, I want to form a political, I want to go up for all 41 seats. None of them can out the PNM. None.
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 Yeah. Be realistic.
Be realistic.
Which one of them could form the next government?
Form the next government.
Yeah.
Which one of them?
Yeah.
And they're not even coming together. Everybody want to be leader.
Which one of them you think?
Which one of them could yeah, I'll be the PNM. Think about it. Let me make it make sense now. Let me talk facts here.
Yeah.
Let me be real.
No, that is facts. None of them could form.
Where are they still holding on to?
Yeah.
Let's face it. In next year's election.
Yep.
We're not supposed to be having this conversation like, let's still don't know what I have to do. We're still talking this stupidness. Come on, man. Something wrong with all that. We need to get. I don't care what nobody say. I see the noise. I don't care what nobody say. I properly well focus. The mission is get rid of the PNM. And the words of Malcolm X, by any means necessary. Mm-hmm. You want to save your children's life? You want to live, be safe? You want to get a better...
you want a better
life for yourself?
Yeah, you want a better tomorrow?
Yeah. Get rid of this PNM. They're showing all blatantly they don't care about all you. They're showing all you blatantly we don't like all you. They're showing the disrespecting all you. The spitting in all your face. The peeing and all that, telling the rain falling. What else all they want? All they sense in? All they still talking this stupidness about Kamla? Come on, man. All they wake me up in Trinidad and
they have nothing else to speak about.
Let me see who's on the phone.
I would like them to call us and tell us the accomplishments of the government in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Forget the 5. Forget the 5.
I asked a man yesterday,
I'll give you 10 years. Tell me the accomplishments of the PNM in 10 years.
I tell a man yesterday, a man called from Ford, I said, name one thing the PNM do good. You know what the man tell me? They make a great economy.
A great economy?
Yeah. I won't make him say that now. Some IMF report that say China doing good.
He's just like Baby Aruka.
Baby Barataria?
He's just like Baby
Barataria said that voice after they talk the same shit for this. My God.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. The Kamla's question, that question about Kamla's fitness or suitability to lead and to come probably assume the mantle of Prime Minister. That is part of the strategy of the PNM.
Correct.
And they throw it every time you have an election, they throw it out there. Because that is what can divide the party. Because you still have within the party itself, the UNC, those who are opposed to Kamla, those who been sold the idea that she is not fit. And they will run with it. So you have tension within the party itself. So you divide and you run through. So that is a part of the strategy employed by them. I heard it this afternoon yet before you came on there, because I came on to your station. And it was clear as daylight. That is the strategy. That has been deliberated upon, and that has been and attempts are being made to put it in motion. Not attempts, it has been put in motion. So you're going to hear more of it, right? But that is the strategy that they're employing there. They don't have email yet, so run about the place with, right? So that is what they're using. Somebody used some about some person defecating on themselves. I mean, that was so ridiculous. I mean, how could you? I'm totally disrespectful. And all over, and boy, I tell you, another thing I want to talk about just briefly is the question of the people, where the economy is, and we talk about the black hole. And recently, I saw in the papers where the amount of money that the NIB paid off was $1.5 billion more than what, in fact, the debt, right? In fact, was $1.5 million more than what they actually paid out to the people. And it tells you a lot, because the economy is in a mess. And I read, I think it was Sunday, an article by Mariano Brown, in which he said that the NIB was selling out the assets. And that is the word he used, selling assets to pay pensions. So when you sell out all their assets, what happens? You can't pay. So actually, they cannot pay the people's national insurance. And I've been hearing people been telling them from time to time, he himself was saying that, and other people were saying that they would not, they may want to cut pensions, and the option is either to raise the NIS pension, move the age from 60 to 65. So you're in real trouble, right? Real trouble. And people have to read sometimes. You don't have to agree with people. You don't have to like people. But the fact remains, forget, as some of you say, forget the messenger and think about the message. And I think he is a position. He was a member of the party. He is intelligent. He's I think, the CEO of the this Institute of Business and whatnot. And he was a former minister, finance minister, and he is to be taken seriously. He is not to be brushed aside. I listen to everybody. I may agree with them. I may not agree with them with certain things. But we listen to people. We have to listen. Another thing I'm talking about, and this hope with respect to this where the economy is today, and the question of the dragon gas. I read Martin Daly, and I agree, and even this very said gentleman who I quoted earlier on, and others, in telling the people of this country, but yet still we still put burying our heads in the sand with respect to that dragon gas. That dragon gas is intertwined with that geopolitical, the geopolitics between the United States of America and Venezuela. And I'm saying that there's no, and what I read Daily said, they haven't, Shell hasn't made any real commitment. And the last thing I read some time ago, Shell went to its shareholders to get the permission, because the fact remains, what is taking place there with respect to America and Venezuela with respect to sanctions, shareholders are not going to give people, the board of directors and whatnot, the okay to go and invest in a country which is unstable, where sanctioned to lose their money. And they haven't been given the all clear by the shareholders to date. And Martin Daly made mention of it. Mariano Brown been making mention of it. So people, I hear people talking, they give you that to hold. Why would they give you to hold? This very sad thing I told people some time ago, and people took it up with respect to this Constitution committee that they set up. And I said that was a farce. That was a political stunt. It was. And you see it, what happened to it? Where is it now? So people have to be thinking. People have to understand it, and that is what is hanging upon the people. But that is not going to be it's at risk. And chances are, it is at risk. And as far as I think it's tilting away from us. We don't know what it is the Americans are going to do, what Trump is going to do, right? And the fact is, we can't bury our heads. We have to be realistic. So we're in for a long time, and forget about this 2027, because if by now, up to now, Shell hasn't made any firm commitment, not getting the reply from response from the shareholders to make a final decision, that is not going to, that 2027 they're telling you about, that is not going to materialize. Right? It's not going to materialize in 2027. So don't let them people sell all of this nonsense. They tell only when they buy the Guardian's passage, they're going to build a port in Togo. That the only port in Togo?
Nope.
Always buy all kind of, these people is buying all kind of, these people is play with all their head all how. We say people, when the Mr. Man come and tell them, but you see, no government never do that before. We will give the trade union the Petrotrin. Petrotrin is, we will make them businessmen. OWT is businessmen? They are businessmen? Why, all you better wake up in this country and don't let these people take all you for fools. Right?
Again?
All you have to think. Thank you.
Again, take us for fools again.
Thank you.
They won't be taking me for fool anymore. I am one of that fool radar. That's what I'm telling you. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Hello, pleasant good news. TC and Heavy Duty.
Hey, good afternoon.
I just want to say one thing. I don't like to call people name, but I had to call this name. Daily Voice mass drop off this evening. He's a PNM. He's a PNM agent at the election bell ringing here. That he made one of the most stupidest comments this evening about Pandey daughter. And the daughter already she have a party. Come on, but he has his master a PNM agent. Kamala not sick, because she hold on to somebody to fight. Look, tell the Voice I see master PNM agent. I look for him coming down.
All right, Colin, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Loving you out, Heavy, loving you out, CC. Loving you out, Trinidad and Tobago, yeah. You know what you're saying there? Kamala, the UNC, them is the only people capable to do all of that and capable to keep all these people to justice by. If it wasn't for these people, no local election and keep. You know, for the rich Privy Council. And we'll just leave it up to the PNM. Right now, people only they selling themselves, you know. Anybody. Don't care what party they're for, anybody you could offer them something, them settling right there and then care what happens to the nation. That was going on with me. But Kamala Persad says her prove herself all the boy as a leader, boy, especially the East-West corridor, boy, we're wrong with all the boy. Only didn't even vote for the woman, and now she come in power. She started to activate full 100 one time by everybody was working by. We had tournaments, $1 million tournament through the whole country. It opened in Laventi, yeah. $1 million. Next year is 2 million by Kamala Prasad, besides all them baby grand, all them thing by road pitch, white line on it. We frog used to jump car driving then now boy. And them, we didn't vote for them boys. So how all this, I want to see all the can't be so ungrateful. We can't be so wicked. Don't study mommy and daddy. Because them saying they don't live the life already, but only in the way of shocking the youth and them life. At the end of the day, rest back. You ain't seeing me going on total wickedness, total dictatorship. From day one, all seeing that by is 9 years and nothing by. Over $500 billion spent. Who had to make up one mind again? Oh, I don't like the UNC now, but I got to vote for them. Who you don't like them for? All is not real human being. What you don't like them for? Why? Because Rowley says so, because when Rowley didn't like Gary Griffith, all they didn't like him neither, you know. And when Rowley say I like him, all they say all they like him. But now, all they some of the most sickening people that have in the world, by. I don't even know if they feel shame or sorry by TC, boy. Oh, God, boy. Love in the house to the UNC posse, the Honorable Kamala Prasad, Bishop and the whole network. That's why I said this was covered up wire. We need you. Love in the house, straight up.
Love in the house, respect, man.
Yeah, man, best of love.
Yeah, preach. When he didn't like Gary, nobody don't like Gary. As he said, Gary is it, everybody Gary is it. When he started not like Gary again, Gary is not it again.
Well, I can't tell you the accomplishments of the PNM, but permit me to tell you the accomplishment of the Tobago People Party in the last 3 years they have been in office in Tobago. Number one, they have managed to finish projects on time, in budget, without any cost overrun. Take, for instance, that highway they just completed and built, regardless of the number of injunctions the Tobago Council placed on them to prevent that project. Number two, they produced a winning product in the Tobago Carnival, which also contribute to the GDP of Tobago. Number three, they actually raised the salaries of URP workers way before Colin and Britt raised the salaries of URP workers and in Trinidad. And I could go on and on and on. So if you want to compare the performance of the TDP versus the PNM, you can say that the TDP have done way more than the PNM in just 3 years.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, caller.
We're taking your calls. You know the numbers to call 342-0081 and 466-5391. You could also drop us a WhatsApp on any one of those numbers. We would play your WhatsApp message. You understand? So you could drop us a WhatsApp message on any one of those numbers as well.
Good evening,
Let me take this call first. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon. I'm going to make a plea to the people at Trinidad and Tobago and who listening right now. I mean, the reality is this. Trinidad, the people in Trinidad are not mature enough. They're not ready for another party to enter the arena. As it is right now, it's PNM UN. That's just facts. There's nothing that we can debate about it. We need to come together and defeat the one common enemy. Now, I am not a UNC. I actually was supporting Mr. Gary Griffith previously. But the point I'm trying to make is we need to come together to get rid of the common enemy. Unfortunately, the people in Trinidad, we're not mature enough for a new party. But who knows? As it is presently, we need to get rid of this government. Because they have us living the way we are living right now. We need to get rid of this government. And when that happens, later on, maybe next election, who knows, a new party could emerge. You know how nice it would be to turn into Parliament television and see new faces? People who have clean slates, people who could actually, we really don't know, but there's a sense of hope. But for now, we need to get rid of the PNM. And the only way we could get rid of that is uniting. And the only people who could do that is Ms. Kamala Prasad and her government. And that's the reality of it.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, guys. Great job.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Good evening, TC. Good to see you. Good to see you and hear you, my brother. Boy. Heavy, blessed love, safe journey, reach safe to your destination and back home to when they finish. Right? TC, this is the Rastaman and me Tabakit boy in the event.
Oh.
PNM people believing in Santa Claus, so they keep believing that boy. Something that is not possible. I agree with that call, boy, brother, boy. And don't say cabal. Call him man by the right handle, the Antichrist.
Caller, good evening, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Heavy and PC.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Heavy. Yesterday you made my evening sad, boy. When I hear we might be here all the fucking week. You know, I called the ground report this morning and saying like they mash up Heavy and PC, like how they mash up Andy and them, boy. You know, when I hear reggae playing, I say, nah, boy, you mean it's nothing to listen to? The next thing, when I hear TC voice, now let me tell you something now, boy. It really have a force out here, and always a force directing it. I want to thank all you for staying on the station, thank all you for educating the people, and receive the blessing from God, not from man. Right now, man lost the way. You know why I want everybody to focus on in Trinidad? Let me forget about Camilla. Let me focus on Indo going on holiday, and we get an independent minister of finance to investigate how we money really spending in this country. Let me forget everything and start calling on Indo to take holidays. Call on Indo to answer how the fire truck door can't fix that a fireman must fall out. How them people still on in the hospital. How education with school. How PTSD bus and then working. These are the things we have to focus on. We're coming to this election. And I find election next year too long, TC. And heavy as I tell you, boy, I could do with election in the morning. I could do with something in the morning. We inbuilt and them have to answer for my taxpayers' money. Where I can't get proper treatment in the hospital, you can't get proper medicine. This is all Malcolm X calling for. And the people in this country were sleeping and begging all you. Let we call together Camilla and together this. Camilla do she part and she continue doing and she will do it again. Because woman is boss. Man lost the way. Only let we come straight. Give Camilla a chance. He is in both. Rowley and Stuart Young and them. All you have a nice evening, boy.
All right, brother. Thank you so much,
my brother. Thanks so much, my brother. Caller, good evening, welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Gentlemen, if there's one thing I have to do for this election, is to go and attend a PNM rally. Because I want to hear for my own self and look into the eyes of these supporters who decided they're going to vote for PNM, what it is Stuart Young, Colin Imbert, Rowley, Sinanan, and the whole bunch of them going to tell these people to make them vote for the PNM. I want to know if they're going to tell them, here what? You see the last 10 years, we did fixing things. So this 5 years, that's all they're going to vote we back for. All they'll get it. All they'll get back good roads. All they'll get back all their jobs. All they'll, we going to open back Petrotrin. We going to fix the healthcare system that is a disaster. We going to stop the fighting and killing. We going to reduce the crime. And we going to bring down the fuel price back. We going to give back the laptop. I want to hear if they're going to tell the supporters that, and they will decide that, oh, here what, they're going to vote for PNM. Because we have to be a special breed of people for anybody in this country to listen to any of them gentlemen. And if them could convince them to go and vote for PNM back, Let me tell you something, eh? Jesus coming just now. Have a good afternoon, gentlemen.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
brother. Thank you.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome. Caller, good afternoon.
Caller.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, it is I say, right? If we say that the only people to get rid of this present government is the UNC, right? And others saying that let me do with the PNM first and we go deal with the UNC after. In terms of considering at a third party, right? So let me put this I don't know if I'm wrong or right or whatever, no problem. Constructive criticism, right?
Go ahead.
What if the UNC come in next year and they perform and they do all the things, or they do or half of the things that all they're looking for government to do, because nobody is perfect, right?
Right.
What you're going to do after the term of the UNC, you're going to vote them out to pay in a third party?
That makes no
based on
sense.
the terms that all say,
that makes no sense. If they're performing, then by rights, leave them let they perform.
Alright, well, I know. I just was looking at the fact that all people saying we have to deal with the PNM first to get rid of them, and then if we have to consider a third party.
When we use a term like that, right, it's to let you know that the facts is no party that forms now or last year or year before could win an election. Is that facts or non-facts?
That is correct.
Right. No party that formed in the last 5 years could win the next general election. Sure about that, right? So why are we even speaking that conversation if we know that the party is in government right now, right, is not doing what they were mandated to do? Why are we even speaking a third party conversation? So we're not dispelling that conversation. What we are saying is rest down that conversation right now, because we have something greater than that in front of us that we have to deal with immediately, which is getting rid of the party that you see, TC, I voted for PNM in the last 2 general elections, and I am not happy with the results that I voted for. So here what? I am going to fix it. I'm not even looking for a third party. I want to fix it by getting rid of them. And if the only way to get rid of them is to vote for the UNC, then I am not having any third party conversation at this moment. Maybe after, when we get them out and things is not looking the way it's supposed to, then that third party will be 8, 9, 10 years into getting to vie into government, and now I could start to look at them. But no new third party, you can't look at them right now. Understand what I'm saying? If they write to the next general election, right, and then they stay as a third party, and then they bill as a third party for the next 5 years, and the government that is sitting there, they may do the work too, then I could start to look for a third party. But I can't look so far down the road right now. There is not even a conversation right now. The conversation has to be get rid of these people that is here, that is not doing the job that I put my finger in the ink for them to do. That is the conversation, caller. You understand?
I agree with you.
Where I didn't want to hear no talk about a third party, because here why? I dip my finger for them and my children are fine. So here what? I go and dip my finger for my children and them to see a better tomorrow. You have to ask yourself if you want a better tomorrow. That's what we are asking yourself now. Sit down on your own in your alone time and ask yourself, you want better tomorrow? You want better tomorrow for your children? Then if you want that better tomorrow, the only direction you could look right now is where? Let me talk the truth. The only direction we can look for better tomorrow right now, because we get them 10 years and it have no, they tell us ban with belly for 10 years, and after that 10 years, they tell us look at 2027. That promise, there is a promise that will never materialize. A promise is a comforter who. So I not even looking at, right, so I am not even looking in that direction again. They can't get my finger at all. No. And I can say it proud on radio. They can never get my finger. My finger going to the party that could remove them. That's the only place my finger going. That's where it is.
I just want to leave with that point, right?
Go ahead.
I agree with all Wallace saying. I agree with Heavy also, but the point about it is the UNC can't put any and any candidate on the ground, because the people and them and go vote for no crapo in no time.
But the PNM could put any candidate on the ground and they will vote for a crapo in a pie?
Well, that's how the people thinking.
Well, call out.
What you thinking? You said what people thinking?
Don't tell me what people thinking. You
what is your thoughts? You can think for yourself.
Yeah,
I know, I agree.
And you can think for yourself? And you have my brother can think for yourself? So why you saying what people saying?
Well, we had to forget what people are saying. That is the problem. No. Here what we doing. They're not looking holistically. That is you anticipating.
Yeah, you anticipating.
You anticipating. You coming up with if so and so and if that and if we can and if. Because right now we running with an if government, and they just do. They're not anticipating. They did not anticipate and think about if they raise the gas, how it would have affected us. Did they do that? They just raise it. Did they go to the negotiation table and say, now we can't give them 4% because they didn't do it. They just went ahead and do it. The things that they're doing, they're not even anticipating. They're just doing. But we sit down here studying. If we do this, what will be the repercussion? Man, you just go that day, don't study about the rest of that. You go and dip your finger. And if you lose the race, then you could stand and say, I tried to change it. Don't study people. You go and do your part.
Correct.
Let us forget all that. You see, all the negative, all that energy, we're going to push out all of that. And all we want is you go in the voting booth, put your X where you know it's supposed to go, and put your finger down in the prayer or down to your wrist and let them know here what's going on. I get all you out, boy. Because I know this was pressure. But you see, we only anticipating and only studying what could have happened. And what, if you end it, what will happen? Another years of separation. When 2027 come, they're going to give you another excuse why? The gas where we was waiting for didn't come true. They're going to blame that on Kamala too. You give them 5 years again, you know what they're going to do, Kola? They're going to blame that on Kamala again. So for 15 years, it's blame Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Let we stop that.
Yeah, but I know. 100%. I am not going to be voting for this government.
All right, and that's what you're supposed to do. But are you going to vote before we head to the top? Are you going to vote? It's more important. Are you going to vote at all?
I am.
Right, good. And that's all we need. We're going to wrap up the top of the hour. We have 10 seconds. Thank you so much for your call, all right?
No problem, thanks. Sir.
Yeah, man, blessed love. That's the kind of conversation we have to have. And that's what afraid we.
Correct.
We'll be back in the third and final.
You've got bills to pay. And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
There's no Christmas like my Christmas. A B-Mobile Christmas. That's my Christmas. There's nothing like the first days of Boston. To see ham, homemade bread and restaurant. Changing all the curtains from room to room. Wrapping gifts while we singing parent tunes. Nothing like winning big with B-Mobile. 1 million in prizes that will make you smile. There's no Christmas like my Christmas. A B-Mobile Christmas. That's my Christmas.
Win over 1 million in prizes this season with B-Mobile.
B-Mobile.
Life is on.
Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation celebration, or just an unforgettable party? Well, look no further. Vibes Event Space is ready to bring your event to life. Located at number 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Bonacorn, Tobago. Our space offers the perfect settings for any occasion. Call us today at 394-3612 or 620-3057 to book your date. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Vibes Event Space to see what we're all about. Make your next event one to remember at Vibes the Event Space. The Event Space.
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m., where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-4464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority. Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon and every Wednesday night from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on the street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health performance and disease. Join him as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079 or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Remember, every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7:05 p.m. live on the street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
See, good afternoon, Evie. Only a wicked, evil pastor Google in that studio. We're trying to victimize already. Fire burn you, Uja bless no man curse. This year the video was rejoicing, Bataria, Mr. Chance, a whole set of evil, wicked, heartless people. It's them is your process, you know. Them like to oppress the own black brothers and sisters. Not the government, them activists and them PNM activists and them. Only screenshotting, call and send it to the minister and them try to victimize people. They're evil and wicked.
Oh God, Tizian have you come on boy, I'm so that whole hour boy. I was listening to the radio waiting for another come on and I hear music playing. So I changed boy. Lord, I miss out that whole hour boy. I vex, I real vex.
Hey Kunji, good afternoon, good evening my brother.
Good afternoon to you, TC, and good afternoon to you, Heavy.
What going on?
And good afternoon to the listeners and them. I just like to repeat to the listeners and them and management. This is the #1 show, and people could call programs and classify program as independent program. It could have much independent program. This is the #1 program. And Heavy, I like where you're going at the 5 o'clock hour because. What qualification Stuart Young have to hold the Ministry of Energy?
No.
Who vote for Rohan Sinanana?
Nobody.
We Attorney General, well, I would say he qualified to be Attorney General because he practiced law. But he shouldn't be Attorney General in our country. The people who qualify to fit the position in every ministry, Dr. Rowley don't have the qualified people them.
Oh.
The Minister of Finance, he's an engineer. An engineer lawyer. What do you know about finance? You see why we in this problem?
Yep.
Square peg in wrong hole. And PNM activists contented with that. But when they were saying square peg is in wrong hole under the partnership, they was right.
Yeah.
But now the wrong and want to be right. It's so sad. Why I must choose Makela Pandey to be leader of any political party and be prime minister? She have no experience in politics. Which ministry she ever run? She was never a senator. So we will put now, these young people them there and never will take somebody who is not qualified and want them to lead. Hey, we would not do what IWER George do. You may be not qualified and IWER George put you there. We wouldn't do that. And many of the people them who say that she can't walk. 3 weeks ago she was in Tolmouth walking all through Penal Day there and Barapur, or look at Pure Clip too. And many people who say she can't walk, them PNM talk so also. Or you can't even go up 91.9 step. 2 times walk up and come down and walk up and come down. You Dale, you can't do that too. Or you can't even make it up and down.
Oh,
but they say she can't walk on the flat.
Where is this?
Or you try and get yourself healthy because all the condom are strong, man. Thank you.
What is this, like? Where this?
Oh God, Kunji, you that easy, yes.
Alright, thanks so much, Kunji.
Good afternoon, TC and FP again. Brother Malcolm X. Let me tell you something, my brother. This country, they don't know where they're heading going. The UNC have 19 seats. Let us keep repeating that 19 seats. It ain't no far difference of what the PNM have in office. The PNM did a horrible job. They will be defeated. And that call you make for that audit into the expenditure of the government for the past 9 years, that is what we have to work on as a people. Make sure when the opposition come into office, the priority must be doing an audit into how these people come by all the wealth. It's the wealth. Remember, I watching last night on social media some of the most corrupt country in the world, and some of the things that happening in other countries, I see it happening here. And the people them just stay poor and stay mum. But we're not going through that anymore. We're going to remove the PNM and things going to be better. Thank you.
Good afternoon again, Heavy and TC, and to everybody out there. Last night meeting on health was fantastic. They touched on every issues of health, and Professor Dacey was really good. And that is what have them antsy. That is what have them getting on so. They figure if the only other way they could get at her is to insult her and try to bring her down. The operative word is try. You don't pelt empty fruit trees, you pelt the bearing ones. And all of them on this chat can say what they want about Kamala. Rowley can't touch Kamala with a 9-foot pole. The man is blank, and she know what she was talking about when she said he was blank. They never wanted to touch the diversification of the economy. 9 years, dear dear. Kamala started it, and they couldn't continue it. All they could do was to destroy everything that she built. PNM have to go. Because we want a better life for our children and grandchildren. Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh, tall man, good evening.
Caller?
Yeah, tall man, what's up? Good evening.
Well, I'm glad to hear you again.
Yeah, man.
I was troubled, but a little lady whispered something to me today, and I must say allege. This country not far to go again, you know. This country not far to go again. So TC.
Yes, sir.
The possibility exists. We might get election day after January or after Carnival. The thing is, right, and this is how nasty the PNM is. So, you would have people who was there for 10 years stepping, gambling to try and slingshot the PNM back into us. It's an interesting thing. All of a sudden, everybody wants to down, so they just use something. Why is doing that? And then all of a sudden,
Tall man was coming in clean all the time, but all of a sudden,
the phone breaking up.
You were sounding very clean all the time. Go ahead, let me hear you now.
Yeah, I was saying you
may have to call us. You may have to call us back, tall man, because something is wrong.
Something is definitely
all
wrong.
Right, call us back. Caller, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Brother Heavy and Brother TC and all your listeners.
Good evening.
Brother Heavy and Brother TC, I would like to ask you a question. If a host have a program, right, and he say if there is no cost overrun and within budget, and it is opened before the due date, and then you hear a big Mac boss that they have $116 million on questionable. Then you hear 2 years before they're done behind, and now it's quite in May month or March month to open. Is that genuine or reliable information the host give out? Or is that shoddy information? So you see.
Did they point a newspaper article, or did they show facts and like something they're reading from, or they just say that out?
No, they show a video, the video would have how they opening the project, and the project finished before the completion date, and it within budget, and they was talking. We hadn't seen a paper in front of them, right? And they were talking about it and how good, and we bring in this thing before time. So I want to know if that's, I stand to be corrected, and I would like to ask the listeners and them. Because sometimes it is here, right? This is what you get for information. And if the Aqua International Airport, right, with transshipment of passengers connecting, and it doesn't do 3 million a year, but Tobago, with a lower aircraft arrival, they will do 3 million, they can handle 3 million a year. So these are the things the public are being fed, and they have to understand it.
You are saying proud. You are saying that the talk show who was reading from some paper stating that the airport is open. The airport in Tobago you talk about?
Yeah, was the airport in Tobago?
He said what, it open?
No, it will be open before the due date. It within budget. Within budget? It come in within budget and no cost overrun in the project, and everything is good, and they open it in before the due date.
Where he was reading from? From what?
Then I don't know, because I see he was just talking and showing the videos.
Okay, on this radio station, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and and when I listen to that, and I wonder, I say, wait now. Something had to be out of this world. Because they want to say, just like how Kennedy said the hospital coming at so much budgeting, but then it overruns. You see how they try to change it to make them look good? But what I want to tell them this evening, the two Tobago seat, I only hope they come out on the Juve morning and hold it down, because it's jumping up. Because PNM now, and the political leader didn't have to wait to Mamagai to Begonians and them. So let me see how we go from here. So if everybody's future is in the finger now, have a nice day. It wet and flooded all over the country.
All right,
so,
thank you, and Siempre.
Thank you so much. The man said the finger wet, yes? The man said the finger wet. Caller, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, fellas, are you my good clear now?
Clear, yeah, we're getting clear now, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying earlier on that a little birdie whispered to me that this place ain't how long to go. But allegedly, I should say. But what I find it pretty interesting is that all of a sudden, everybody want to step down. Nobody want to go back up again, you know. Everybody want to step down. Expect an early election. Because the party, there is a nasty strategy that they're trying to use. By stepping down, you hope that you could slingshot the party back into government. Right? So, by doing that, you go take shame out of your face. So basically, when you're looking at all, you just use the party to enrich all yourself.
Yeah. And then step down.
Right, or you remain there for 9 years, or you make a mess, or you make a mess of everything. And then all of a sudden, people stepping down. And then you have people talking about honorable and congratulations, and they're making space for fresh blood. And a whole set of BS, as though as most of them inside that they was there over 20, most of them inside that they about what, 20 years heavy?
Yep.
So what the fresh blood you're talking about? What fresh blood you're talking about? Then not like you take a man from in the back bench and you put him in the front, or a man who now come in, you take him and you put him up. All of them there, for the last 15 to 20 years, watching this man run this country into the ground.
Yep.
But you're congratulating him. Congratulations. So we reached to our, sometimes future that went through our time zone, yes? Because we reached to a point in this place where we rewarding evil with good. You're rewarding evil with good. I said that yesterday. $3 billion gone missing, but you're congratulating people. $3 billion gone missing, but you're...
Tolman?
Tolman?
Tolman, I don't know. Tolman, you there?
Yeah, man?
Yeah, we're hearing you now.
Like again, hack. But the young and short about it is that we have to pay attention to what's going on. All right, that is my contribution. All of a sudden, my phone get in trouble. Right, fellas?
All right, brother. Thank you.
So much. Caller, good evening. Welcome. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon, people and every.
Hey, Panadol.
Hello?
Yeah, Panadol.
Yeah. Kiki and every who come here, I was falling in battle like. Anyway, I want to nominate Miss Aisha Wells for Naparina. If with the UNC, they don't have that, they never overload them. I'm telling you, prior constituency. And heavy and I live in the boundary. Up the road, here, and somebody, and the road is back. I sure right? So but I want to nominate, you know, I'm not very young. Vote for a black man in the car.
Alright, Panadol. The weather, whatever you have in the Panadol is a wicked combination. Alright? Whatever you're having there, in collaboration with the weather today, is a brutal combination. Alright? Caller, good evening, welcome. What were you laughing at?
Good afternoon to you, TC. Good afternoon to you, Abby.
Couldn't you be laughing at?
The Panadol is a good one. He's a good one.
Yeah,
I like when I take you call.
He means well.
That's the human part. Yeah, the human part and 91.9. Some of them like to insult him and all them kind of thing. I'm glad I don't do them thing.
No, we don't do that.
But Panadol, this evening over here, this rain over there, you need that liquor, boy. You better than that liquor.
He beat it bad. He beat it bad this evening.
Yeah. But once he supported Aisha, you know I go support him.
Right.
Just imagine, we have a Prime Minister, the leader of the People's National Movement, and Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. When the citizens of this country ask Dr. Rowley, why the citizens can't ask Dr. Rowley if he filed nomination and he answered transparent? Or when the media asks him a question, he stand up and speak to the media. Why he must delay that and answer vindictive and have this country on suspension if you're going back up or what? That is not the definition of a Prime Minister. That's the definition of a deceitful man. But we have the facts. The people them in Diego Martin rejecting Dr. Rowley. And they don't want to bring it in the public. If you go with your phone camera in Keith Rowley constituency and you ask the people them, you do a survey in the people them and say, you supporting Dr. Rowley? The 29,000 people who he swear that he represents and he don't know not one of them? Right now, that 29,000 don't even want to hear Dr. Rowley. But the citizens want to hear Dr. Rowley. If you're going back up and if you file nomination, Dr. Rowley, is it factual that you file nomination and every one of the party group reject you? Just as what they do for Gerald and they try to come right up? That is facts.
Wow.
That is not knowledge. That is facts. And they don't want the general public to know that way he pussyfooted around the citizen. But I rather the Prime Minister be honest, transparent, and tell the general public what is your intention for leadership again in this country. We don't accept that, Dr. Rowley. That's why we will vote you out. And 91.9 talks PNM talks rules on them. All they talk health. All they talk health instead of all they talk politics. Health both has to solve better. Thank you.
Alright, Kunji.
Kunji,
you say what I talk health, yes?
Kunji say talk health, yes? Where the drill is this? Okay, let me take this one and then I'll play the voice notes. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon, TC. Good afternoon, Heavy. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. The most time all the number Vice President Trinidad and Tobago villager. Now, the truth to me, when I was down in town this Saturday, but I didn't get to see all there, but I was right by the speaker there, with the loudspeaker on the car there, and see Roger, I see the next brother. I hear when Roger talk about Jack Warner there, and whoever they went see two people there. And then the amount of people that have long there, and we put it straight. I mean, I want to exaggerate, it might have about 200 people. And most of it is union members, comrades. But I was a comrade there too. Because I was there. Now, my position is that, all right, we almost expect that the PNM might not read it. But we didn't see much or even seen either. But at the same time, the show went on that we end up in front of the White House, the Bacchanal Day, drums, everything, nice thing, program went up well. Then we went up by the St. Anne's area, they said the minister living, Prime Minister living up there. We tried to give him a letter because it had a letter Bacchanal that Uji did point out always say good that they should do.
President.
Well, I don't know.
President.
Yeah.
We don't need a run-through of Saturday.
Eh?
We do not need a run-through of Saturday.
We don't need a ball-by-ball.
We don't need a ball-by-ball commentary of Saturday.
All right. I know that too.
Well, all right. Then what are you really speaking of?
Well, I put in our course of the consciousness of how the mass was.
You're putting down our course of, and we don't need a ball-by-ball of what happened Saturday.
Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you?
What?
Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't I say?
President, we do not need you to come here
to
and
give
spend 20 minutes to tell us everything that happened Saturday.
We were there, we could talk.
We were there. I was standing there. You feel I couldn't come and this is our program. We could come and speak about it.
Yeah, we don't need you to come and speak about it. And you know you can't go on any other. You couldn't go on any other show during the quarterly and talk about it.
All right. So what do you want me to say? I go. What do you want to
President, you have a good afternoon. You come here to waste your time this afternoon.
Easy and heavy. We have
nothing to talk about. Don't call.
My daughter went to the hospital to get some eye drops, and 4 eye drops I had to get. The hospital pharmacy, the pharmacists tell them they have none, and it makes no sense they check in none of the other hospitals because they're out of stock, and I wouldn't be getting. Just imagine 4 different drops there, and they tell them that I wouldn't be able to get none. So the best thing for me to do is face the pharmacy and buy it one time because all the hospitals out of stock. Now just imagine one of these drops alone is $150 and it's 4 I have to get. Right? So you can imagine that.
My God.
None of them drops is under $125. Everything is over. What they're trying to do with poor people, boy, they're trying to kill you out here. Eh? This health minister, this health ministry is a waste of time and all this boasting is the best in the Western Hemisphere. Something wrong with these people, boy.
Every NTC, the man is correct. The UNC has 19 seats, but however, the PNM is down by 2 seats in Tobago. So do the maths.
Hi, good evening, caller.
Yeah. Yes, TC. Good evening, Heavy Trinidad. Right? I went down there Saturday. I just take a little footage and thing. I didn't see all of it, but I was walking around and, you know, it is, I turned out, but it could have been better. You know, but at the end of the day, we have to really stand up upon we whole, you know, feature of the country. We have to stand up for the rights of the citizens in this country. We need to focus on removing this government, you know, for good. You know what I mean? So at least we could breathe, take that foot off our neck. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope election come quick. You know, I don't organize myself, renew my ID card until I'm ready to step forward. You know, we have to step forward as citizens who want to really have something in this country because since I was 15 years old, the place on balance. You can't, you know, do business. You can't get a loan from the bank. All these things we had to change. You know what I mean? Well, they're doing a real great job. I don't care what nobody say. All on the right track, Heavy. Give thanks. You don't know. There's IT. You know, so all have a blessed evening. I make you safe.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, man. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Heavy. Good afternoon, TC.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, brother. And And when all of this done heavy, we had to concentrate and make sure that the international observer heavy.
Yeah.
That we have them over here. That you understand? And what TC was saying about Michaela is so right. Because nobody cannot come there and make any dent. It's a no third party heavy. It cannot happen. It can no way that could happen. We're not even supposed to entertain that thought. And I like how you and TC handle it heavy because all you understand it. And it has no way, it has no person that can put in the PNM heavy can make any difference for the brothers and in the East-West corridor heavy. They don't have the intention in hand because who not select the PNM to go there heavy is the 1%. And if they bring Amy Brown or anybody, they heavy, it cannot make it cannot mesh. It cannot mesh. It has no way. The only people who could take me out of this heavy is the UNC. Away from that is on the hills. And we have to keep that fight heavy and TC. TC, I must congratulate you, brother. You could articulate on these people and them, these brothers and them that who calling in and trying to twist the conversation and not being relevant. And where you're getting the information, you have to get it from somewhere because you just can't come and say, I think about this or you think about something off your head. You have to bring factual evidence heavy. TC.
Yes, sir.
Bless. Heavy.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, keep the fight, right?
All right, okay.
Yeah, brother. Bless.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Caller, good evening. Caller, good evening.
ATC, good afternoon again to you. Good evening,
good
heavy
evening.
in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
TC, you know one of the biggest problems we have in Trinidad, and I think most of Tobago in Trinidad, because a lot of time when we're speaking, right, we'll be saying Trinidadians don't want nothing. But sometimes we'll be missing the fact that Eric Williams had bring a lot of people that was not Trinidadians, you know. Why I say that is today, I know I don't listen to the other programs there, but I was just going through because sometimes I listen to Pastor Google. So I'm going through YouTube and checking. And I hear this man on our program this morning say, he's squatting. He have no water. He have no lights. He said he loved the PNM. He said in 2010 crime start, when he see the UNC doing all kind of things, blame the UNC for crime. He said the UNC and them come up in the area to do something, and the representative of the UNC say that the person who in charge for the area under the PNM should do more for the people. The man turned and say he had to tell the man that the man, wherever the case may be, and then turn around and say he know that government, present government now, in doing nothing in the community, but he don't want nobody blame the government, blame the people. And in the end of the whole contribution, he say he need help. So I try to figure in my head how you could support a government for 9 years going into 10. You're squatting here, no lights, no gas, you're not a Trinidadian, you're Guyanese. And in the end, you support this wicked, oppressive government, and you probably have papers and ID to vote. And people like them is also who does prevent we who born there from getting what we want. And that contribution, I saved that because I couldn't believe a human could be so dotish to say the government don't want to help nobody. But in the end of the contribution, he say he need help. Who gonna help him? The people? The people who he blaming? Boy, that's why I don't listen to them program. And he hosting them and telling nothing. That would make no sense at all. Well, have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Brooklyn.
Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Gentlemen, I tried to get you since Friday last week. But I have a burning problem I hear on the radio only Friday now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Friday, the Google pasta, the Rasta pasta. This man played the interview with the Minister of Finance saying how the opposition leader had no documents to prove that the airport was overrun and all he know about is $16 million. She talking rubbish. And if I hear him touting it on the program, rubbish, and the millions falling in, if he who alleges must prove. And when Dr. Rowley read the email in Parliament, he didn't prove nothing, but different shows to different folks. You understand? When the Saturday Express bust the mark and say, but wait, it's you who went to the Parliament and asked for $241 million.
Yep.
You the man who called for the cabinet note. And you stand on Friday and lie. And lie to all of we. You know, Monday morning, you know, that man will play nothing about that. That man show had nothing to do with that, but Friday, whole show.
It's shame.
Dog eat the shame.
Yeah, dog eat the shame.
And then for all the come on here, you want to talk about how them is provide the facts.
Yeah.
But wouldn't correct yourself now and say, the Minister of Finance lied to we on in that press conference earlier. Is he self who called for the cabinet note for the $200 million?
Oh God.
Why, deceitful. Can't hear them.
Can't believe nothing they say.
Nothing, boy.
Nothing you can't believe they say. And he come here and boast like that, facts, eh?
All right, you had that information Friday. You only had that because everybody minister tell you.
Yeah.
When the minister come out now Saturday and you see the man lie, have a little dignity now, boy.
Yeah,
and tell you what the man lied to me, boy.
Yeah. He didn't hear that one. You see that
Saturday one?
Saturday one, he didn't hear that one at all.
He didn't hear nothing.
He was busy. He was down on his knees praying.
Yes.
Yeah, that was missing.
Had to be.
Yeah, he was down on his knees. He may not be praying, but he was on his knees.
Loving you out, TC again.
Yes, loving you out.
But people fail to realize Dr. Rowley was never the Prime Minister, you know. It's these Syrian people and ready to tell all of that already by. All and see he was never the Prime Minister, but never. It's people like Stuart Young and Espinet and Burt and these kind of people running the thing here. He's just a bad dog in the front of the yard. I know what I'm saying. He have no power, no say. He even said he's not closing down Petrochin, and when, as he done, Espinet come in here and say, hey, everybody had to go and do call me now 10 o'clock in the night because I done talk. And his daddy man would take root and bear fruit. The Prime Minister, so-called Prime Minister, he was fruitless. All in seen is now the Prime Minister. All in seen is a serious, deliberate attack from the Syrian community against the East Indian community. All in seeing that from since they changed the $100 bill, I noticed in that. And it was a deliberate attack. When I was talking at that time about the good tax doubles, all I feel that was a joke. That because the honorable lady pull off Rowley mask and say they find the Oreo in he. They tried with Mr. Manning send them packing, they tried with she, and she run them, but they find the Oreo in he. And they say, she said a small group of people, and they say, you know what the answer back can say? We're the smallest but the most wealthiest. You see, from that moment on, it's a battle. All through the COVID, you see that attacking them is Rowley but making sure he safeguard these Syrian people economy. And it's a deliberate attack against the East Indian economy, you know, a deliberate attack, you know. Just by telling you, see, they're going for the property tax and all this kind of thing. Is the Syrian doing that? It's not Rowley be Prime Minister, you know, no Prime Minister, so they're afraid to say that. If all afraid to say that, mean afraid to say that. He was never the Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago. You're taking away people grant because they're selling water and they're getting a liquor assistant. But all you have all kind of contract going on still, all they getting pay and getting contract at this side and nobody is taking it away from all you. All your little heartless soul.
Can't get up in the house.
But you see how you always accusing the man of drinking, so you know the man drinking. You see what he said. Yeah, but on a serious note, fellas, I don't think Rowley will call an early election. I feel he's a man, well, not that I feel, I know he's a man going right down.
Right down
I don't
to
think
the
we'll have
level.
any in the election.
Yeah. You are every penny. Caller, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, TC and Heavy.
Yes, sir.
Are they hearing me clear now, right?
Clear and nice.
Yes, sir, man.
Alright, nice. So, the billions that the government owe TNTech, right? How much are them government institutions owing within that billions that mix up there?
How much government institutions?
Because, yeah, how much government institutions that would be owing within that billion?
Almost all.
Well, boy, them alone can give that figures, yes? All I know is you can owe, they'll come and cut you.
Yeah, for that.
Well, yeah, what going on? I ain't think that would be so correct now, boy, because yeah, what going on, the way that how things going. Just now government institutions go start getting cut, you know. Just now government institutions go start getting cut.
I'll wait on that.
Just now police station and fire station and all them station and them go be closing down.
Okay.
Well, I understand what's going on. This thing narrowing down, you know.
Well, let me hope for the best, Santo, man. Let me hope that next year election we get rid of the PNM and we start to build back the country. Let me hope for the best.
No, I hoping Trinidadians get sense. That's what I hoping.
That and a pink donkey flying in the sky you will never see. You remember they were indoctrinated from as children, eh? You need to understand that.
Yeah, the difficulty of them coming out is
it's slim to none.
Slim to zero.
Some of them have to die that way. You understand? What we have to make sure.
Tall man, it have a sorry heavy, but it have a saying, and we have to understand this, tall man. You see your tongue, your tongue is a very, very strong thing with
powerful.
Very powerful, right?
Yeah.
And you see this saying, as a PNM till I dead.
Yeah.
Don't get tired of that. That didn't come out that didn't come out just so. That is a subliminal message that you give to your children.
To indoctrinate them.
And you indoctrinate into your neighbor, boy, we paying them till we dead. Boy, don't study them, boy, we paying them till we dead.
And your circle and your family.
And your circle and your family. And you actually putting them to their death. And you didn't understand it.
You didn't understand it.
That is why in so much of the PNM strong communities, you will find we live like dog and cat. You will find we will just kill we neighbor just so, right? The same youth man that me and you and that youth man grew up together, tall man, playing pitch, doing it. It's not like nowadays, tall man. Tall man, we grew up in an era where we play pitch, we fly kite, we play football, we race boat in the river, we do all kind of thing, right? And when we get big man and big woman, we kill that person we play pitch with. And we kill that person we play football with. Right?
That would reach you.
That would reach too.
You have me, well, yeah, I'm real frightened, you know, because you have me thinking now that Lavantel.
They put Lavantel that way. They put
not only Lavantel, the East-West corridor.
They put the East-West corridor that way. They put it like that.
Them could hold me to ransom, you know.
But
so you can imagine.
You see, you hear what I realize, so man. It's simple. In the 9 years that we under this PNM, the amount of things they've done, and we still haven't rioted as yet.
Yeah.
Right?
For real.
And I am telling you to a man, as God is my witness, if any other political party had done at least 3/4,
half.
Not,
and I ain't going to 3/4, half.
And what this PNM government have done to us?
Yeah.
Man, they done mash up, they done burn down Trinidad and big one. We might have a coup already, a revolution would happen in Trinidad. Right? But the reason why is only the PNM could do with this and get away with it, you know. And trust me, they're going to get away with it, you know. Because it was done before. They fully understand. Imbert, Rowley, and that whole bandwagon, not all of them, but the majority of them fully understand the cult of the PNM and how they have people of Trinidad and Tobago.
And it is very strong.
And it is strong.
Very strong.
And that is why it's so difficult to beat them in a general election. Right? They use the... All right. Think about this, man. Just hold on. Think about this, man. I want to think about this. When the Nazis, the Nazi party, won the election in Germany, and Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany, right? They started something called Mein Kampf, which will change the thinking of the German people, right?
Yes.
And in that indoctrination of changing the thinking, they had one theory: propaganda. Tell a lie long and often enough, and it will become the truth. Tell a lie long and often enough, and it will become the truth. And they keep pushing down the people through the same propaganda all the time. And one of those propagandas is what, like, the Jews is the most evilest thing in the world. Until people of Germany who weren't Jews and those who were Jews were being persecuted, and the people who were their friends and family and grew up with them was selling them out, going and catch them to kill them. What level of indoctrination and brainwash that this thing you would have had called Mein Kampf could have make you go against people you born and grew up with and line with and party with and go by them for the birthday and drink rum and all kind of thing with. You actually turn on them because they're not like you and sell them out.
Well, heavy.
Imagine that, and that's the level of propaganda that could happen. And that is what was done here.
Well, heavy, let me get a joke, right? Sorry to say, but in a technical way, Adolf Hitler was right, because it's them are the world in a mess today.
No, I go down that road, no. I was most focusing. Hold on. I am not talking about the Jews. I'm just focusing on what was done. The propaganda machinery. Right?
Yeah, the strategy.
The strategy. Yeah, I'm not going into the Jews and what to do one another. That next one, different topic.
Yeah, the strategy. But it really amazes me, and I keep saying this all the time. This particular character was supposed to remain on the bench for the last 10 to 15 years. So I just feel like we went through a time zone, you know, heavy.
Correct. Because man, imagine a former leader. The leader that was the leader of the PNM at the time told his supporters and told the country that this man was no good. That he arrogant and he's getting very angry, and everything that Manning said about him came to pass, and the people still vote for him twice.
Heavy is three people one way, you know. Manning one way, Gladiator one way, and this administration here won we in 2015 wasn't to vote this man in office. So how much warning we want again?
Okay. And we still warning them not to vote him in 2025. I don't know what's going on with them.
Well, yeah, what's going on, right? In closing, with other people on the line, in closing, if they put them back there in 2025, Trump need to isolate the whole of Trinidad and Tobago, including the airspace, because we will go down in the history of mankind as the most dotish greater people. Go on.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, VTC, I don't know, this is my opinion. I find they shouldn't allow people from other countries to vote in our country. I find you should just leave it up to the people, citizens who born and grow here. You understand? No matter what, don't allow no other person to vote. So I don't understand, all these other ethnicities we have in the country. all them Chinese who's not, them is vote? I wonder. Or them is the ones who's be on the fence.
Rowley is unfit to lead. He is too arrogant. He does not entertain views different from his. The central theme of our attack should be Keith Rowley, by his acknowledged arrogance, dictatorial attitudes, and harsh behavior, is temperamental and unsuited for the role of the Prime Minister. Keith Rowley in the PNM internal elections has articulated no policies on health, escalating crime, income inequality, and rising poverty and youth alienation. Keith Rowley has shown himself unable to be a team player, and in a party historically characterized by strict internal discipline, he led a mutiny. He has shown himself unable to weather sustained attacks. He becomes angry and in effect a raging bull.
Becomes a raging bull heavy. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Yes, good evening. I'm glad you all went on the road of, using Nazi Germany as an example. It's a liberal messages where you put it out there and people hear it all the time and people I have something on my profile that says 1% controls the world, 4% are puppets, 90% are asleep, 5% know what is going on. The 1% doesn't want the 5% to wake up the 90%.
90%.
And what they do is that they sell a lot of propaganda. So, for example, we grew up here, how bad feel like cafes in Cuba.
Yeah.
Until we get old and realize it now. It's because the man was fighting for the people.
Correct.
Like Traoré and Burkina Faso. I know I said it on this program, I say it again. The government listens to the business community. If we're not sitting where the money is, then we're not doing anything. I know you all had a march on Saturday. I don't know how successful it was. That's a good initiative. But I'm saying the people have to continue boycotting. Boycotting certain type of businesses, boycotting certain things that the government doing, and then put on social media that we can't afford this because of the cost of living. You see, if we don't do that, they will continue because as from 2015, one section of the country, aka the 1%, they are the top in everything. They just made somebody from Answer chairman of the Salary Review Commission. I'm just saying that is one group of people, 1% of people controlling it. That cannot be. That's economic apartheid in my opinion.
Correct, brother. Thank you so much.
Economic apartheid.
Economic apartheid. I like that.
Well, we have just about 5 minutes heavy to go.
Yep, so.
Alright. I see Kunji's calling. Kunji, I get you plenty today. Kunji, I get you.
You see what I do? Yeah, good afternoon again. Great program. Yes, I did. The PNM is the worst cult it have in the world and the last cult it have in Trinidad and Tobago. Worse than Jim Jones. Jim Jones killed all the people that let them rest in peace. Dr. Rowley have mostly all the African people them suffering in silence. That's worse than Jim Jones. And I'm going to tell you something. The civil policy and the trial and them. Why it is there is always tap my phone? Dr. Rowley, your administration cannot do me nothing. I have freedom of speech in this country. You're only tapping my phone. Tapping
your phone?
That is what they're doing. Because from it, after 2-3 seconds, I just be here in the background like somebody saying, look here, where you take it out the tape in there.
Yeah.
But they can't do me nothing. The law, the constitution protect me. When you look at it, the civil policy chair and them, Kamala raised them money from $150 the PNMS to give them. The most people them have civil policy chair in this country is African people. And Dr. Rowley take away that $2,500 from them. And them still contented, they don't even open their voice. You hear all the little Indian people them saying, No help these civil policy children them. You know, PNM supporters don't want to help the disabled children them in this country. And they're contented with that. They're contented they having nothing to buy for these children them. They can't go to work. That is still and see about these children them. Dumpling and lentil peas. You eat dumpling and lentil peas 5 days a week? Eh? Oh God, a lot of things different. It's only dumpling and peas. Most of the time dumpling and peas, okra rice. They can't eat that for the whole month.
Nope. Not
Thank
at
you.
all.
Thank you so much.
All right, Kunji.
You still have some time that you can get in?
Yes.
All right. As we wrap up the third and final hour, you still have some time that you can put in your last minute contribution. If not, Heavy, anything you want to say to close on?
Tomorrow I will be dealing with the EBC situation.
Right.
And tomorrow I also will be dropping the long-awaited bombshell that I had to
Serious? You didn't drop it yesterday?
No.
All right. So tomorrow, people, let people know that we are back on. All right.
Yep. And once again, I want to thank everybody for the support.
Yep.
And all the love.
Yep.
Right.
Tomorrow, big bombshell. Heavy keeping this bombshell since what?
Yeah,
Thursday?
since Thursday.
Heavy
We didn't
wants
come
to
on
shake the
Friday.
ground.
And yesterday I couldn't do it because I was leaving early. I wanted you here to hear the bombshell. Because you have to put it up on the screen. You have to let them see it again.
What?
And we have to talk about it. Right?
Yeah. Tomorrow, people, you will hear from Heavy what the bombshell is. You want to take one quick one?
Yeah, one quick
one.
one.
Oh gosh, the person hanged up. So if TC, you want to meet by the pool? No, I don't want to meet by no pool, brother. all the walk, she said she was coming out and walk. She didn't come out and
she didn't come out?
She didn't come out. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, TC and Heavy.
Hey, what going on, partner?
Body boy, I do fighting.
Oh, you ain't singing too healthy today, man.
Well, I have a problem with the foot. But that man disturbed me yesterday, bad, Heavy. If I didn't have a strong heart, you know what happened? I'm looking out for the show in the evening. I said, well, I'm kind of skeptical. I said, well, let me try. And I get you. But only family anything good?
Everything. We heading down the road of good.
Right, and only take care. God bless all you and be careful and thing outside.
Yeah, man.
Come out again stronger and stronger.
All right.
God bless all you. You ain't checking your boy at all.
I go check you. Don't worry, I will check you before the week is out.
With people?
Huh?
A people check?
All right, man. Well, keep it safe, right?
Yeah, very good, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
God bless you.
Yeah, love and respect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Heavy, wrap up.
So, people, until tomorrow, we'll be back here. We will be back here, same time, same place. Don't worry. Don't stress on your head. Don't cry. Don't go and,
Don't pray.
Don't pray.
Don't pray to get me off. To get us off.
Don't pray to get us off.
You make people happy yesterday?
Yeah. They call me the whole day and say, God, yes, the God. I don't right now, they're feeling sick.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. That upset stomach can die right today. So people until tomorrow, we'll be back. All right, keep it locked right to the Street 919 FM. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Future of Talk, we out. Thank you.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call